Well, it's going to be a lot of time for rebuilding. Hopefully, the Seahawks can rebuild soon. But what's going on, guys? My name is Antonio, and this is the AAS All Around Sports. I am your host, Antonio. Today, I am talking about two things. Are both Seahawks. The head coaching job is still out there. The only two teams remaining at that need a head coach is the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. And then also the Seahawks need to rebuild around some of their units. So the two questions are, who do I see becoming the next head coach of the Seattle Seahawks? And what do I see that needs to be replaced and needs to be draft used, and also along with free agents. So I'm going to be going over which head coaching candidates I have and why. I'm going to be going over each of the categories of the player sections of draft quality, and then I'm also going to be going over the available free agents. So, as you all know, I am a Seahawks fan. You can clearly see that behind me. This has been a thing that I've wanted to talk about for a while since the season ended. I wanted to go over these two things specifically. And then also, before we get started, if you guys do enjoy this video, please make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell for day-to-day updates and on my videos and live streams. Also, if you want to tune in, I will have a link in the description below of my live streams that I'll be doing for both the Lions and Niners, and also along with the Chiefs and Ravens. So if you want to go check out those live streams when I do them on Sunday, please hit the links in the comments below, in the description below. For now, let's get this thing started. So, first, I'm going to start with the head coaching jobs. We all know that the coaching job is a big question mark right now. We all know Bill Belichick ain't coming. He is not coming. I do not want that guy. Heck to no with that. But what I will say is the other coaching candidates have massive possibilities of coming to this team. So the three candidates, in my opinion, are, the first one is Ben Johnson. We know that he's one of the best offensive minds in the availability to be a head coach. He was with the Lions, who are currently playing for an NFC championship right now. He is a really good offensive mind, and we need that to help with our play calling. And then the other candidate I could see is Mike Macdonald. Mike Macdonald is a defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. So, defensive mind we do need to help grow our young guys to be the best players that they can be. But this is probably going to be one of the second head coaching jobs I could see. But the third option, might stun a lot of people here, is Mike Vrabel. Now, he has had a history of negative things, cultural change, which is what we need. But Mike Vrabel, I can see as a 50-50 option. But, of course, we might see him go to the Commanders. I personally believe Belichick's time is done. Bill Belichick is nothing without Tom Brady behind center. And the two top candidates I could see is either Ben Johnson or Mike Macdonald. Now let's shift things over to the draft capital. What the Seahawks should draft, and also what positions of free agency. Some of the positions would be thrown out there of O-line. I personally agree with that, because we look at the O-line right now, they have not been able to protect Geno that well. We need some blockers that can help on the run game, because Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet are really good runners. And if you can add another runner in that category, like Josh Jacobs or Saquon or Derrick Henry, this team could be legitimately a threat. Because one of those veteran leaders could help grow the young guys of Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. But other than that, that's pretty much the only thing I can see changing on the offensive side. And then also along with like guards and all that. And then also quarterback to maybe learn behind Geno Smith for a couple of years. But And then also for the defense, the secondary I believe is fine. The secondary is fine because they have loads of young guys that are still coming into their own, and they still have lots of young, talented guys. The thing I could see that could be the main draft capital is edge and also defensive line. If we look at the availability of some of the defensive rushers going into this offseason, you got Darnell Hunter, you got Chris Jones, you got loads of names on this list that are defensive rushers in free agency. And then maybe another safety like Geno Stone, Antoine Winfield. Any of those guys could be a great safety because we need someone else other than Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams got to go. He's got to go. So we need another safety to replace him. And then we look at the line. I personally believe that this line is really good. If they can keep Leonard Williams, that would be amazing if they could do that. Because he played a key factor in stopping that run game. As far as defensive rushers that I could see the Seahawks drafting, two of them, I have a few of them in my mind. J.T. Tolamalu of Ohio State. I'm not sure how that last name is pronounced, but I know his first two names are J.T. So I could see him getting drafted. Another person I could see is Dallas Turner. Now, he might get drafted earlier because Dallas Turner is a part of the Alabama Crimson Tide, which we all know Nick Saban's out of there. But another few people I'm looking at, just from what I've seen, it's a really good defensive rusher class. Because if the Seahawks can get one more defensive rusher to kind of help that group, I believe this team could be a great team. And then I also said along with the play calling throughout the season, we had to change that up because our offense was too predictable. The defense would be able to read that out immediately. And now that the Shane Waldron's now going to Chicago, now this is kind of an opportunity to rebuild the offense. Now, if we look at the offensive weapons for the Seahawks, you got DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, JSN, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet, Will Disley, Noah Fant, Colby Parkinson's, and then also along with Jake Bobo throughout the parts of the year. But this receiver core has the talent. This weapon core has the talent. They just need an offensive line that can guard the quarterback without drawing any penalties. And then also along with a new quarterback that can learn behind Geno Smith for a couple years. So best case scenario is the Seahawks end up drafting a quarterback in the draft, which would be like a Jane Daniels, Bo Nix, Michael Penix Jr. We could see anything happen. Now, of course, we know that some of the other organizations are looking to draft quarterbacks like the Patriots, the Bears, the Commanders. Loads of teams are looking at drafting quarterbacks. But if I'm going to throw this out there, if there are any quarterbacks that are in free agency that I would want to look towards, some of them would probably either be Baker Mayfield, which is probably going to stay with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then also along with Kirk Cousins. But if we look at the Bears, we see them maybe potentially drafting Caleb Williams with their number 1 pick. If you're a Seahawk fan, do you trade with the Bears for Justin Fields? I believe that is actually a really good option for the Seahawks here, because Justin Fields is still coming into his own. And if they do draft Caleb Williams, then that would be kind of an opportunity to trade with them to maybe get a higher pick or something like that, because the Bears do have the 9th overall pick in the draft, and the Seahawks could potentially trade up with the Bears to get that pick. Of course, the thing I could see them trading away is the thing I could see the Seahawks trading away to the Bears is maybe Jamal Adams, putting him in that trade, and then also along with that pick that they have, that they would be the move down to the 16th pick. But as far as what I could just see the Bears trading over their Justin Fields, and then also along with their pick. But this is going to be a hard couple of years for Seattle. But if they can, I'm going to say this. If they can find the right head coach, they could be a team to be reckoned with. But anyways, that's my topic for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell for day-to-day updates on my videos and live streams. And I'll catch you all in the next one. So long for now.